All right, so this is a little firework assortment that I got from Magnus Fireworks, and I'll put the link to exactly where I bought it in the description of the video. Now, this assortment cost me $31 plus tax, and it reminds me a lot of the 4th of July Revelry assortment by the same brand. But it does look like we get some additional items in this one that we did not see previously in the last assortment. So without any further ado, let's take a look at the Pokemon assortment by Magnus Fireworks, and then at the end we're gonna light them all off. Okay, so our first item here is just a standard pack of crackling balls. However, these ones are the fake crackling balls where they don't actually put stars inside the green cup here. As you can see, I was able to do that right through the pack, and this is the little crackling device. So we didn't even need this green crackling ball casing on there when this is all you're getting inside. Next up, I believe, is a spelling error. In the last video, I thought it was Night in the Woods, but as it turns out, it is Night in the Wood. It is a 3-pack of individual fountains that are a lot like cuckoo fountains, if you guys remember those from childhood. A couple other things I noticed since the last video. This Mag Value Fireworks brand is actually a spin-off of Magnus Fireworks, featuring all their cheaper items. And obviously, just taking a look at this assortment, you can totally tell that these are cheap items. But for $31, can you complain? I don't know, maybe. What's strange is that inside of this assortment, you get 2 packs of the Night in the Woods, making 6 in total. Now, here's another item that was in 4th of July Revelry. It's called Happy Family Fountains. And what this is essentially a legal firecracker. So it is a fountain at the end of the day, but it does have some really loud crackling stars, and these are even better than your crackling balls. So I'm gonna call these legal firecrackers. Looks like we have another 50-piece pack of the Pow 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 snappers, and these are just like your TNT poppets. This right here is a little box fountain called Golden Age. Nothing too crazy, but we'll show it to you later. Also, I'm pretty sure this entire assortment is safe and sane, minus like these things, because the crackling sounds like firecrackers, and I believe this tank here. The report that shoots out of these tanks is super loud, and I don't believe that it classifies as a safe and sane item. But the little firecracker comes out here, and it's surprisingly loud for its size, and you get one of these in the pack. Looks like we have a couple of large cylindrical fountains here. Now, you might be looking at this and thinking that it's just loaded from top to bottom with those fountain tubes, or even just one large one, but you would be disappointed to find out that this is all that's inside this enormous cylindrical fountain, and it's the same over here too. Then we've got this thing. It's called the Empire State Fountain. It kind of shot up in the air, and when I say up in the air, I mean like 10-15 feet. Nothing too crazy, definitely not an aerial fountain, but it was still really fun to see that. This one here is called Silver Down Fountain, and it's just another one of the box style ones. It looks like we have another 50-piece pack of poppets. What's really strange is that this box is literally 3 times the size of this one, but they contain the same amount of poppets. Also, I don't know what this stuff I have on my hand is from, but if I had to guess, it's probably from a fountain. I don't think it's this, but I think it might be one of these. Yep, so you can see the tops have been torn off these already, so I'm sure they're just leaking a little bit. These are Wrathful Eruption fountains, and to be honest, they're not bad for their size, but the fountain inside this cone only comes down to about right here, so kind of a ripoff. Then we've got a really large cylindrical fountain here. This is called Dare to Dream, and this one is actually by Magnus Fireworks brand itself. And so hopefully this one will outperform everything else in the assortment. It looks like our last item is the largest one of them all. I mean, in comparison to this thing, it's a huge box fountain. The only problem I'm having with this is that it's super light, and so naturally we are going to poke a hole in the top and see what kind of deception is going on. And as you can see, I mean, they could have packaged these things in a tiny little box fountain this big. Look at that. So we've got this entire box here just for filler room in the assortment. I don't really like to see this, and these fountains better perform very well, or I will be disappointed. But ultimately, this is what you're going to get for $31 from Magnus Fireworks, or I guess Mag Value brand, their spin-off cheaper company. I'll just go ahead and say that an assortment like this should cost somewhere around $15 to $20, so we're about $10 above budget. But I don't like to give smaller assortments like this a hard time because these are the types of fireworks that you have your kids use on the 4th of July while the adults are using the big stuff that goes up in the air. And these are timeless classics. So you're always gonna have fun with these no matter how old you are. You can literally just take a couple of these bad boys out between burgers or beers and put them on the sidewalk and just watch them go off for like 30 seconds to a minute. Tons of fun. Would recommend doing that on the 4th of July. If you never have, you're missing out. You just get a lawn chair, some sparklers, bottle rockets, stuff like this. And just once every like 5 minutes, you go walk one of these down the driveway, light it off. The kids are having a good time. You're having a good time. And I'm talking way too much. So without any further ado, let's go get all these fuses out because, you know, some of them are still in their packaging. And then we'll set them up on the concrete driveway and light them off one at a time for you. All right, we got the classic Pyro Punk. And we are ready to start lighting off every single fountain that came inside the Pokemon assortment by Magnus Fireworks. Let's go ahead and start with a crackling ball. So that's just one of them. Here goes the rest of those. Nice. So the assortment comes with 100 of these in total. We're just gonna show you how one of them works. Would you do the honors?
Poppets?
Yeah. So that's a poppet. 50 poppets. Nice. Sweet. Now let's see this tank firework. Hopefully it actually moves. These wheels have a hard time turning. We got a grabber. Tank firework. Let's see if it moves. It ain't moving. It's gonna shoot out a little firecracker though. Whoa! That was loud. All right, let's see what two of these Wrathful Eruption number 5 fountains look like. Because the last video we did one of them. Now I want to see what 2 looks like at the same time. Wow, that's really bright. Remember him doing that. All right, now let's try the Empire State by Mag Value, a little cylindrical fountain. All right, the last time I lit one of these off, it kind of shot up in the air a little bit. We'll see if that happens again. Well, it didn't really shoot up this time, but the red and white was really bright. Now let's see the Golden Age fountain by Mag Value, little box fountain. Somehow there's a little bit of wind now. Now this one we probably should have lit off first. This is the smaller of the 2 box fountains and it's called Silver Down. Oh, that one's getting up there. Nice. All right, we had a bit of a donkey incident, right?
Yeah.
But this next one here is called Mystical Heaven. And it's our first larger cylindrical fountain of the night. Let's see it in action. Oh no. We gotta do a retake. Bloopers. Not impressed with that one for its size. This might be the same thing, but this is Secret Garden. Let's see if it's any better. All right, this next one here is pretty heavy. It's called Dare to Dream by Magnus Fireworks. This one should be all right. You got it? Why do you have like one cleat on and one bouncy shoe? What's up with that?
Because my ankles are starting to get sore.
Are they rubbing on the backside?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the heaviest fountain in the assortment. See if it's any good. Oh yeah. Off to a good start. Definitely the loudest one in the whole pack. Now, before we get into the happiness fountains and these cuckoo fountain knockoffs, we got one more big one, and it's called Mega Mind. Let's see what it does. Ooh, that's pretty. That was awesome. All right, so we got a whole bunch of these, but we're gonna go ahead and see what one of them does first. All right, this is Night in the Woods. It's like the cuckoo fountain. All right, here goes the last 5 of them at once. It's really bright. Lots of whistles. Sweet. Okay, now we're gonna test out one of the Happy Family fireworks. Just one of them, and then we'll do the rest as the grand finale. So it's like a pack of firecrackers. All right, this is officially our grand finale. 5 of the Happy Family fountains at once. That was epic. Did you like those?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Well, I think they were pretty good, and we'll see you next time.